Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Saturday, August 6, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 360 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Boston Red Sox vs Kansas City Royals. The Kansas City Royals host the Boston Red Sox in the third game of a 4-game series on Monday. The Red Sox are last in the AL East, while the Royals are 4th in the AL Central. Nathan Eovaldi, 5'3", gets the start for Boston, while Daniel Lynch, 4-7, goes for the Royals. Our team pick is Red Sox with the money line. And here is why. The Red Sox front office treated the trade deadline like the team has much of this season, cautiously operating, not sure if they were in or out. The team held on to veterans that were rumored to be moved like Xander Bogaerts, J.D. Martinez and tonight's pitcher Nathan Eovaldi. The Sox did move on from veteran catcher Christian Vasquez and dealt struggling left-handed reliever Jake Diekman, while adding outfielder Tommy Pham and first baseman Eric Hosmer. With those moves, the jury is still out. Are the Red Sox in or out? On Friday night in Kansas City, the Red Sox came back from a tough loss on Thursday night to upend the Royals and pushed back to .500. Xander Bogaerts and Alex Verdugo combined for 7 hit, 3 runs scored and 2 RBI in the win, and starter Josh Winkowski went 5 innings and allowed 5 hits in the 7-4 Sox win. The Royals are in full rebuild mode right now, and that was evident at the trade deadline. The Royals moved on from 2 of their best hitters, trading away Andrew Benintendi to the Yankees and moving Whit Merrifield to the Blue Jays. In addition, the Royals traded catcher Cam Gallagher to San Diego as well. The Royals continue to add assets as they try to return to the successes the team enjoyed in the mid-2010s. On Friday night in the second game of the series with Boston, the Royals pitching allowed 5 Red Sox doubles and 13 hits in the loss. Eovaldi should be able to keep the depleted Royals lineup at bay on Saturday night. The Royals have lost their main 2 table setters in Benintendi and Merrifield, and the veteran right-hander should be able to utilize his 5-pitch arsenal to get deep into this start. The Red Sox have been very good against left-handed pitching this season, going 17-9 on the season thus far. That number will improve in this one, particularly with the Red Sox's recent addition of Pham, who should get some good swings against Lynch. Look for Boston to put up a couple of big innings and roll to a win in this game. Our total pick is under the total. Toronto Blue Jays vs Minnesota Twins. AL playoff contenders will continue a 4-game series on Saturday evening at Target Field, with the Toronto Blue Jays visiting the Minnesota Twins. This series is even at 1 win apiece after Minnesota took Friday's contest by a 6-5 final over 10 innings to cash in as a +109 underdog. Toronto holds the top AL wild card spot at 59-47, while the Twins are in first place in the AL Central at 56-50. Our team pick is Blue Jays -1.5 runs. And here is why. The Blue Jays have been one of the hottest teams in the majors lately, but couldn't keep it going on Friday in a dramatic loss to the Twins. After falling behind 5-0, Toronto finally got going with a Matt Chapman solo shot in the 5th before Santiago Espinal and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. both went deep the next inning, and Raimel Tapia later tied things with a 2-run single in the 9th, yet it still wasn't enough to prevail in extras. Jose Barrios had a rough outing, allowing 5 runs on 6 hits and 2 walks over 3.2 innings, striking out just 1. Jordan Romano took the loss, although he didn't give up a hit or a walk, and the run was unearned. Guerrero Jr. was on base 3 times, while new acquisition Whit Merrifield had a 2-hit game. Despite the strong record, Toronto is down a significant amount on the money line for the season, while going UST 49-57 on the run line. Overs are 55-51 for the Blue Jays, with their last 2 games both going over the betting total, following a long run of unders. With their lead in the AL Central continuing to shrink recently, the Twins grabbed a much-needed win in dramatic fashion on Friday, despite blowing a huge lead. Mark Contreras launched a homer in the 2nd before the Twins went off the next inning, thanks to a Jose Miranda RBI single and Nick Gordon 3-run homer, and while the Blue Jays fought back gradually, Gordon would eventually score the winning run on a fielder's choice in the 10th. Tyler Mahle made his first start in a Twins uniform after coming over at the deadline, allowing 4 runs on 5 hits and 1 walk, while striking out 5 across 6 innings. Fellow new acquisition Michael Fulmer earned the win as he held the Blue Jays scoreless in the 10th. Gordon had a 3-hit game with 3 RBI and 2 runs scored, while Carlos Correa added a pair of hits including a double. The Twins are down slightly on the money line for the season, while going 49-57 on the run line. Overs are 51-47-8 for the Twins after the last 2 games, both went under the betting total. The Twins are a solid team, but with their worst starter going on Saturday backed by a limited bullpen, this looks like a tough assignment. After a slow start, the Blue Jays have become the elite offense that everyone expected, and White has shown some promise as a young pitcher. Bundy has not been effective this year with a 129 ERA 107 FIP, even with a minuscule walk rate, as the strikeouts aren't there, and opponents generate a healthy amount of hard contact off him. This is a very difficult matchup with the Blue Jays mashing to the tune of a 114 WRC+ to rank 3rd in baseball, and climbing of late. White now has 105.2 innings of MLB action under his belt, posting a rock-solid 89 ERA 94 FIP, as he could end up being a very underrated acquisition by Toronto. Expect the Blue Jays to score plenty of runs off Bundy en route to a comfortable win, giving the run line some value here. Our total pick is under the total, and here is why. The total has finished under in 7 of Toronto's last 8, as well as in 5 of the last 6 that Toronto has played against a team from the American League Central. Even though Toronto is scoring its share of runs, the Blue Jays have a solid pitching staff that is 11th in team ERA. The total has finished under in 4 of Minnesota's last 5, and in 4 of the last 5 that Minnesota has played head-to-head against Toronto. New York Yankees vs St. Louis Cardinals. The New York Yankees and the St. Louis Cardinals continue their weekend series on Saturday in steamy St. Louis. The Yankees have been riding high all season and sit comfortably in first place as the season pushes through August. The Cardinals continue their season-long struggle with the Brewers atop the NL Central Division. The 2 teams were tied for the division lead entering the weekend. Our team pick is the Cardinals with the money line. And here is why. The New York Yankees roll into St. Louis in first place in the AL East and with the best record in the American League. However, the Yankees have not been as dominant in recent weeks, and this may have inspired the team to make several moves at the trade deadline to bolster the roster. The Yankees are just 14-16 in their last 30 games, and the roster shakeup may be just what the Yankees needed, as perhaps complacency had set in. On Friday night in St. Louis, closer Clay Holmes continued his brief recent struggles by allowing a 2-run double in the 8th inning to allow the Cardinals to take a 4-3 lead that would eventually result in the Yankees' 3rd straight loss. The weather isn't the only thing heating up in St. Louis, as the Cardinals have recovered from a recent rough patch to once again find themselves in the thick of a tight back-and-forth battle with the Milwaukee Brewers for the NL Central Division crown. Heading into this series, the Cardinals have won 3 in a row and 5 out of 6 games to draw even with the Brewers. On Friday night in the opener against the Yankees, Paul DeJong doubled home 2 runs in the 8th, and the Cardinals rolled to their 5th straight win with a 4-3 win over the Yankees. The Yankees have been highly productive against left-handed pitching this season, but their lineup takes a big hit with the continued absence of Giancarlo Stanton, recovering from Achilles issues. Montgomery also has the advantage of knowing the tendencies of much of the Yankees lineup and should know how to attack the Bombers. First and foremost, Montgomery will likely pitch around MVP candidate Aaron Judge and force other Yankees to beat him. As for the Cardinals, they should be able to exploit German's inability to pinpoint his sinker and force him into a high pitch count early on. With that in mind, the Cardinals should be able to do some damage against a Yankee bullpen that has been taxed lately. The Yankees have allowed over 5 runs per game over the past week heading into this series. Our total pick is over 8.5 runs, and here is why. New York has one of the best defenses in the league, and Aaron Judge has been the best batter in the MLB. Judge is first in the MLB in runs, home runs, and RBIs. New York is top 5 in the league in runs, home runs, RBIs, walks, OBP, SLG, and OPS. The Yankees are very familiar with Montgomery. They know his pitches and they will take advantage of their familiarity to hit him very well. The Cardinals are top 10 in the league in runs, hits, RBIs, batting average, OBP, SLG, and OPS. Paul Goldschmidt is top 2 in the NL in RBIs and batting average. Both teams have a very good offense, and both pitchers will struggle in this game. The over will hit in this matchup.